the first batch of engineers who joined IPCL, Indian Petrochemical Corporation, number 5 public sector unit in India in the oil and gas sector. We were 15 people from 100,000 applications who were selected. I was in that public sector for almost 20 years, and suddenly we got one news that government had decided to sell off that public sector. Overnight we became Reliance Industries. The speed of the organization was huge. Many of my colleagues were asked to leave because VRS was declared, and it was very stressing job. And whoever were left out were asked to do the remaining job. So the job grew multifold. Day and night we were working very hard. We were learning. It was a great learning experience. First time I am coming to a public sector, to a private sector enterprise where real learning was happening. Otherwise, from a protected employee to a performing employee. Day started leaving home at 6 o'clock in the morning, reaching home somewhere around 10 o'clock if you are fortunate enough to catch the 5 o'clock bus. Otherwise, usually night 12 o'clock you are reaching home, and next day morning 6 o'clock you have to start. So very little rest, continuous work, but high performance, being appreciated, and salaries jumped up like 3 times, 2 times. But after tax, there was very little saving. One day, it happened like this. I opened my eyes and I found myself in a hospital bed. My daughter was calling me, "Daddy, Daddy." And I heard, and I slowly opened my eyes. I thought, why is she calling me like that? So, oh, I am in hospital. I was in ICU. My family later on told me I was in the bed for 7 days and I opened my eyes after 7 days. And she told me that sitting on a sofa watching TV, I just got knocked out. She called some neighbors, they took me to a hospital and directly admitted to ICU. I was there in the hospital after coming out of ICU for the next 40 days. Trying to recover, lost 10 kg, empty brain, don't know what to do. But realize one thing, that life has given me a chance to look at it. Don't waste it. It's not about career, it's all about overall living. The health arithmetic was not performing well. Spiritually, not involved in much of the prayers, no time. Family life, no much time for the children. Wife suggested, why don't you look for some another job? I started with Indo-American Society, where I did my public speaking course, I did my personality development course, and started. I joined my landmark education forum I did. It was a life-changing experience, where in front of 300 people, a theater was going and you were discussing your life. Everybody was going through the same thing. People had their problems, but never people gave up. They decided to do something about it, talk about it, discuss with people openly, and solve your problems. Solve your relationship problems, solve your job problems. Everything is solvable. It's all in the mind. When I did my self-expression leadership program and the most advanced international leadership program in that, where I got the tools of how to live a life. I start making a short-term plan I start making a long-term plan for myself. In the short-term plan, working in Reliance was not getting fitted. Because at the end of the day, I didn't have any savings. The only savings I had got was the PF I had got. Because the taxation and the expenses were huge. So the first short-term goal was to find a job which would give me at least 2 promotions and a 30% rise, which will take care of my immediate requirement of my children's education, because that was coming up immediately. I found a job near my house, which was just 2 kilometers drive in Sanakity International. It gave me exactly 30% rise, and it gave me 2 promotions as the head of the department. I joined it. I worked there for exactly 1 year because it didn't fit my long-term commitment. I had to leave the country. I moved to Saudi Arabia with the straight goal of saving money. When I went there, and I had 30 points which has to tell you if I had to make a decision. So any decision I make today had to meet my long-term goals, otherwise I don't take a decision. Saudi Arabia didn't fit. I moved out of Saudi within 1 year, went to Dubai, stayed there for 6 years. It didn't fit for long term because my family could not join. My children were studying in India. My wife had to join. That's why I am in Oman. My wife, she was working for ICICI Bank for 20 years. She worked there and she joined me. My daughter joined me. She completed her education. Now what about the other goals? This goal had to be containing of everything. About the health. I take yoga classes every weekend. I am regular on upkeeping of my health. I do the walking every day. And my blood pressure, diabetes, everything is in control within the parameters required. About the spirituality. I go to the temple regularly. And one thing, when I was in the bed, I thought, why God gave me a second chance to live. The only thing came to me is that because I could not tell my wife, I love you so much. I could not thank my parents for what they gave me. I could not thank God for what He made me and what is the direction He has given me to follow and to give back to the society. So I started giving back to the society. And had all the time, means I never stopped giving back to the society. People are really surprised how you can give away everything. But that is it. That is what you are born for. And finally, for the institutions, going to the religious places, we celebrate everything, me and wife, take care. That's why we joined Toastmasters as well, to celebrate the life. Thank you.